Dale, we took on the GWS Giants at the Gabba on Saturday. What were some of the little wins to come out of the game?
Well, we saw it as a great challenge going into the game. Clearly against the top team at the moment with their elite talent. Little wins into the game. I thought the way we played the game out, like the game was generally fairly even for over 100 minutes of the game when we broke the game down through our review. So there was just periods in the game where we fell away through just lack of concentration. But the pleasing thing was we sort of realigned ourselves at three-quarter time, and we actually won the last quarter. Like we got our contested ball back, got our clearance rate back up again. And to win the quarter by, I think it was about 8 points. I think that was really pleasing against a really good team. So that was certainly a plus.
And the team did fight through to the end and won the last quarter. How pleasing is that to see from the team?
Oh, look! The game goes for over 100 minutes. So you're always challenging your players to play 4 quarters of footy. Everyone is trying to crack the code around playing 4 quarters of footy, and we're no different. We're sort of building for long-term success. So all our energy goes into playing 4 consistent quarters, and we did that a few weeks ago against Fremantle, and Port Adelaide were a little bit off for a period, and again 3 quarters against GWS, where you just can't afford to be just for any moment in time. So look, we just got to continue to work, and we'll keep striving for 4-quarter performance.
Dane Zorko averages 27 disposals a game but came out with just 5. Do you put this down to a tag from Reid or other factors?
I think GWS certainly put a lot of homework into Zorks, and as we discussed post-game, it's a credit for him for the form he's had throughout the course of the year, particularly the last month. Look, Reid did a really good job on him, but he's also got really good support from his teammates, and we've spoken about that, how they sort of supported Reid when he was out of the play for those moments in time. So, we can certainly take some learning lessons and away with us from how to sort of go after a player. And look, and that may happen again this week. So, we've got to prepare ourselves around that. And Zorks went to 2v1s at stoppages, and there was elements of he let himself go for the greater good of the team. So, those little things was important to see too.
How did Alex Witherden go in his debut game?
Yeah, we think he went really well. Showed a lot of promise. He's been building for 4 or 5 weeks in the NEFL team, and I think he had over 20 possessions. And he's an elite user of the ball. I think he's just at times just got to sort of just temper that decision, and he'll learn from that with the more experiences he's got. But he's really courageous. Great smother on Johnson in the last quarter when the game was done and dusted. So I think that was really pleasing to see from a young player, and his ball use. I think as he gets more confidence at level is going to be a real delight for the Lions fans to see.
We've had a question come through from one of the fans. They've asked, we hear a lot about player development. How have Chris Fagan and David Noble developed their coaches?
Both Chris and David have been fantastic around just giving us ownership of our areas and really challenged us, but just gave us a lot of confidence. They both give us a lot of confidence in terms of doing our jobs and taking ownership and sharing thoughts. And they're both really open-minded around just how the game's played. They realise that it needs a team, exactly like a team of players. It needs a team of coaches to have collective input and collaborative input. So they've been really open with that and encouraging for that. So it's been really enjoyable.